How you doing? Eric here from Chaparral Motorsports with a video on how to install a plug in a street bike tire. Now before we get started with the demo, it should be noted you should only plug a motorcycle tire in a last-ditch effort when you can't get your bike or your wheel to a shop where you can get a new tire installed. Along with that, you should only attempt to plug a rear tire and not a front, because if the tire or the plug was to fail, it's much easier to control at the rear of the bike than at the front. We'll be using a tubeless motorcycle tire for this demonstration, so for that we have the Stop and Go Tubeless Pocket Tire Plugger Kit, and it comes with just about everything you need to get you back on the road. It has a reamer tool, a tire plugger tool, a short 3-inch hose to connect the CO2 cartridges, a knife to cut the plugs, an assortment of plugs, and it all comes in this handy carrying case, heavy duty, zips, will keep it all together. Now obviously we have a demo tire and wheel setup for you here, but this would be done on the bike on the side of the road. But before you can plug your tire, you got to determine where the puncture is. If it's in the sidewall, you can't do it. The puncture needs to be in the tread area and straight into the tire, not at an angle, because once you install the plug, you need to pull it back and seat it against the inside of the tire so it'll seal off. Now as you can see, I've identified the nail is our problem here. So the one thing the kit is missing that we wish it had is a set of needle nose pliers. So now we carry this in our kit. We just use the pliers to grab the instruction and pull it out. Okay, so now that we've got the nail out, we're going to use the reamer tool. We're going to thread it into the hole and start reaming the hole out so that it's nice and clean and it's easier to get the plug in. Next, you're going to take the plug installation tool and one of the plugs, insert the plug into the tool, mushroom tip up, take the nozzle and use the tip of the nozzle to push the plug into the tool. Next, you take the probe tool and the nozzle, screw the nozzle onto the probe tool like so, and you're going to insert the probe tool and nozzle so it sets the nozzle deep into the tire. Unscrew the probe tool so the nozzle stays inside the tire. Next, you take the plug installation tool, screw it into the nozzle, and then use the Allen key that comes in the kit to push the plug into the tire. Once it bottoms out, then you can back and pull the entire assembly out, and there you have the plug set with the tail sticking out of the tire. Next, you grab the pliers again, grab the tail of the plug and pull and stretch it 1 to 2 inches so it sets against the inside of the tire. Next, you take the blade that they include with the kit and use it to cut the tail end flush with the tire. As you can see, the plug is set. We've got it flush with the tire. Now we can move on to the final step of airing it up. The last step is to air up the tire. Connect the air hose to the valve stem. Then you will connect the CO2 cartridge to the air hose. And as you screw the CO2 cartridge on, it will puncture the seal. And the metal on this thing is going to drop down to negative 64 degrees Fahrenheit. That's why it comes with this foam padding, so it doesn't freeze your hand. So it'll take probably about 4 of these CO2 canisters to get your tire pumped up to where you can get it to a station or get it to a shop where you can get a new tire put on. So it's pretty easy to repair a motorcycle tire with this kit. Great thing about it, you can repair a hole up to 5/16 of an inch. Now if you need one of these kits or a new motorcycle tire, here at Chaparral Motorsports we make it very easy. We've got 3 ways for you to shop. You can call and speak to our knowledgeable sales staff. You can click your way through a great shopping experience at shopmoto.com, or you can come visit us at our 160,000 square foot Motorsport Superstore. As always, thank you for watching and enjoy your ride.